I've done the biggest mistake since I trade cars. I was looking for new stock on Mannheim, and I spent around 3-4 days looking for stock. I just couldn't find anything that sells for a good price, and I was becoming frustrated. So I decided to put some proxy bids and see what happens, because I spent way too many hours in front of the computer on that day to watch every auction. And I bid on the wrong car. So I put £3,100 on the wrong car. It's a Ford Focus 2012 silver, and the color was after, it's same color, same year, and it had a similar registration number as well. I think that's where I did the mistake. So I've just realized that after a few hours, when I got an email from Mannheim saying congratulations, you won. Then when I looked at the car, oh god, I realized that I bid on the wrong car. This one has an automatic power shift gearbox, and it has 7 previous owners. Last time ownership change on this car was in September last year, so that tells me that something's definitely not right with the car. So the next day I called Mannheim to see if I can refuse the car. I told them I did a mistake and I bid on the wrong car. At which point they said to me, well, you can't really do that, and if you don't pay for the car, you are risking to lose your account. And I can't really afford that, especially now when I'm going full-time in a bit. After fees and everything, the car owes me £3,550. Something around there. And I called them to see how much it's going to cost me to get the car delivered. And because it's got a coolant cap missing, they won't be able to deliver the car by road, which was £170 plus VAT. To put the car on a platform would have cost me £290 to get it here, plus VAT. So what I decided to do is, because I've only got about £1,200 margin in this car, and God knows what's wrong with it, I just bought a coolant cap. And I decided to take the train and go and pick it up myself. So the car is in Leeds. It's going to take me about 4 or 5 hours by train to get there. But I think this is what I got to do to save the margin. Right, here is the inspection report. It's done 107,000 miles, which is not too bad. It's got one key. It's the 1.6 petrol, titanium. Got quite a few things, nothing too fancy. Silver color. It's got a pretty clean silver check. Beside that coolant cap, which I don't know why it's missing. Probably one of the guys, while he was doing the checks, he dropped it somewhere, he lost it, God knows. They say the transmission is fine, but they only check the first gear and the reverse. So they're not test driving the car, which worries me. That's my biggest concern on this car. Everything else seems fine. So now we'll see what happens. And here it shows how many registered keepers. 7 registered keepers. So I just hope the car drives well and there's nothing wrong with the gearbox, because that's my biggest concern. This power shift gearbox tends to have problems, and that's probably that explains why it has 7 previous owners, and the last one only had the car for like 4 or 5 months. So hopefully it will get me back in one piece. I'm taking my GoPro with me and record everything, so stay tuned for the next video. If you don't hear from me, call AA.